Third sauce, I'd go honey mustard, probably, bro. I fucking I love ranch. And ranch is cool, but over time it kind of gets like I feel weird
white
eating
trash.
it. Sometimes I just don't like how it feels in my mouth every now and again. But honey
Just
mustard,
like sea.
good. I've never had in my mouth like that.
Never?
I'd imagine.
Never given it a try.
Oh, when have you had in your mouth? Let's talk about this. Who's
I told you I ran into a state trooper today. I was trying to get out the ticket.
And I'm not going to court.
It's the ringer, bearer of bad news, Jeff Springer. Assassinate the flow and then I'm coming for your leader.
Welcome to episode 90 of the Scheuneman Show. We know the number now. We're growing. Yeah, we've got Matt Demon on. One of our favorite guests to have on. He's back for what, the fourth time?
Fourth time.
Yeah.
Quattro.
Matt Demon.
Numero. Shit, dude, I'm all thrown off. I'm thrown off because on the way here I had to deal with some bullshit. I got a haircut coming back. I got had to talk to some state troopers.
Drive better.
God damn, I do. No, bro. These kids need to walk better.
Got 'em.
Why do
These
I have to
kids
slow
need to
down
walk
for these
better.
kids, bro? I should have. They should see the big ass car and just be careful. Anyway, I just wanted to explain. I'm gonna go off just this first question, just because we made like a magical moment when we had you on like last time or the time before that. It was the time that I just asked you like something completely random, just from out of the blue. I asked you what your favorite land formation was. I think you said you liked the tundra.
Yeah, good snowy tundra.
I am going with the least notes I've done in a podcast in a while, just because I feel like we can free flow together.
got it, yeah.
Yeah, we've done this enough.
We've been here.
So what's your favorite sauce? Alfredo sauce?
Alfredo.
Like, it doesn't have to
go
be
wrong
like
with
something
Alfredo.
for pasta. It can be any kind of sauce, like any sauce in the world. I'll even take ketchup as a sauce. Like, any food enhancer. And you're going with Alfredo? I'm not trying to shoot your answer down, but I want to make sure you understand the question.
I can give you a top three, honestly.
Yeah,
That is
give me a top
question. That's
three.
a hard question. Alfredo is still number one, right? Because it's ubiquitous as fuck, and I do eat an insane amount of pasta.
Define ubiquitous.
Ubiquitous. So if I'm to define ubiquitous means it's easily applicable to multiple things. You son of a bitch.
Define applicable. No, I asked you to define it, not because I didn't think that you could define it. I just wanted to refresh that in my head.
But no, so Alfredo, right? Pesto. I love a good pesto.
Let me pause you there already. Where do you get the best Alfredo? Where do you go for the best Alfredo?
So I'll start with like some Newman's Own and kind of jazz it up from there. Like a lot of the time I'll do like a Cajun pasta or like
No, but like, okay, first like grocery store and then what brand, or like restaurant and like what dish?
So I mean, ideally I would get all my sauces from Carfagna's. Shout out Carfagna's.
Carfagna's is amazing.
Best everything Italian based in the city, fucking hands down.
It's like a grocery store combined with the restaurant combined with the liquor store. So pretty much you can just get everything you need.
Yeah, bro. No, Carfagna's is the jam. So ideally, right, I would get everything just from there, pesto and Alfredo. Third sauce, I'd go honey mustard, probably, bro. I love ranch. Ranch is cool, but over time it kind of gets like I don't know. I feel
Feels
weird
white
eating
trash.
it. Sometimes I just don't like how it feels in my mouth every now and again. But honey
Just
mustard
like
is
semen.
always good. I've never had cum in my mouth like that.
Never?
I'd imagine.
Never given it a try.
Oh, when have you had cum in your mouth? Let's talk about this. Whose dick are you sucking?
I told you I ran into a state trooper today. I was trying to get out the ticket.
And I'm not going to court.
Yeah, dude. But so my brain is being overflowed with questions. First of all, back to Carfagna's real quick. Have you ever ate at Carfagna's, like the restaurant?
Yes.
I have never. Is it good?
It's so fucking good. It's so good.
I like the vibe they have in there because, like, you can, in the distance, you can kind of see the lighting of the grocery store, so it kind of makes it feel sunny in there with the Italian decor they've got going on.
Nice fat sausages.
Yeah, dude. Fat sausages.
From like a majoritively Italian family, I'm real fucking anal about like who's got the best this and that in terms of quality of stuff and like authenticity in their body.
Matt, as far as I know, is Caucasian, Italian, and black. Is that right? And then the other thing The other thing
We're switching up the pod quite.
honey
quite
mustard
widely.
and ranch. I could probably, not to disappoint you, but I could probably count the times I've had both on my fingers. Because I've never been a huge. I've tried honey mustard because I'll really try any sauce, just like any kind of meat. I'll try.
See,
But it's not. It's not. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites.
It's good with fried food.
Yeah.
I like onion rings or pretzel shit like that with honey mustard.
But then your third sauce.
third sauce. Oh, that was my third sauce, honey mustard. Yeah. So Alfredo
no, I thought it was-
pesto, honey mustard.
Oh, I thought you were saying Alfredo. I don't know why I thought Alfredo pesto was one answer.
No,
What's
but
pesto?
It's a good blend.
Yeah.
Pesto is like kind of a greasier sauce. It's just mad herbs and shit. I mean, so like
It's kind of like herby butter sauce.
yeah, but like a pesto is like its own fucking thing per se, right? So I mean, it's
Okay.
Well,
get into
it's
it.
creamy, isn't it? It's got some.
there's creamy pestos out there, but
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like straight pesto is like just fucking the shit in a jar and you scoop it out and it's just green nonsense.
Yeah,
and it's
it's-
so fucking good.
Favorite kind of noodle.
Fettuccine.
Fettuccine. I'm shocked. Fettuccine those are those like long flat bitches, right?
Yeah, long, flat, thick bitches.
What is my favorite? Least favorite noodle for me is angel hair. Not a big fan of angel
What?
hair.
Basic as fuck.
I used to like angel hair because
With
it's
some
like
good spaghetti or
it's
something.
well when you think of spaghetti, it's usually like angel hair in your head. But in my opinion, it's too small and like
Yeah.
it's not thick enough. And in my opinion, what's much better than angel hair? I'm struggling to remember what this is called, but you probably know. There's like a thicker, bulkier version of angel hair.
Oolong? Like
Is
oolong
that what it
noodles?
is?
They're
It's literally
rounded.
the same shape of angel hair, it's just thicker, more
So
girth.
Spaghetti noodle.
No, 'cause
It could be more of like or something kind of akin to a oolong noodle because oolong's like more like Asian than fucking Italian. I mean, you heard the name.
is rotini the spirals?
Yes.
I do like me a rotini.
There's
Yeah,
a
it's
lot
hard
of
to not
damn
fuck with
noodles
good
out there.
rotini, bro.
Oh, a lot.
Good egg noodle, bro. Egg noodles bang. I really fuck with gnocchi. You ever had gnocchi?
Gnocchi is good.
yeah.
Does that qualify as a noodle though?
Yeah, for sure.
Because
So
is it cheese filled, right?
it's like a stuffed shell,
Yeah.
essentially, right? If fucking ravioli counts, then gnocchi has to. You know what I mean?
Suppose.
I mean, yeah.
saying?
it does.
I think of ravioli as a dish though. Same with gnocchi.
Yeah. So fucking, I went to Cooper's Hawk like about a month ago, bro, and they're fucking crazy. I had no idea they're making all their own wines and
Cooper's
shit in
Hawk?
there. It's this really nice upscale joint.
Shut up.
In fucking.
Not you.
We'll be right back. Now, Cooper's Hawk is this really nice joint over there in Easton. Our service was kind of okay, to be honest with you, but they seemed short-staffed, and I work in food, so I fucking get that. But the food I
Yeah.
got, delicious, bro. It was like a chicken gnocchi, fucking it banged with a, I got a weird little chocolate martini or some nonsense.
chocolate
or
martinis
espresso
are
martini.
amazing.
It was espresso, yeah.
Yeah, it
Espresso
sounds good as
martinis.
fuck.
I like an espresso martini, but sometimes now call me a pussy or whatever, but sometimes an espresso martini for me can be a bit too bitter. But if it's made right, I think that it's very good.
Fair enough. Fair
Nice
enough.
little wake up.
But let's go back to the.
Speak loud. I'll be right back.
Oh, God. Just
Oh,
fucking.
Just slams the mic onto the damn table.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. No, but back to the ravioli noodle though. Without the meat sauce, what is it? Is it just? Is it just a ravioli noodle?
I mean, so fucking a ravioli inherently is like a noodle stuffed with like meat and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Without-
kinda like
without
a
that,
bigger
it's
gnocchi.
It's just like a fucking. It is a big flat gnocchi.
But like, dude, that freaks me out. Imagine an unstuffed ravioli. It's just a floppy little thing.
Blown out cow pussy noodle.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking terrible.
Exactly what I'm imagining. You
fuck
took the
that.
words right out of my mouth. Shit, dude. So we've got your favorite noodle. I like a rotini. Marquise, what's your favorite noodle and sauce?
Noodle and sauce.
Yeah, give me-
sauce. Ooh. See, I've always been the Alfredo too, but that like I want to mix it up. I'm gonna think about hella sauces actually. What's a good? See, if I'm gonna do top 3, I have to do.
I like a spicy marinara.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That's real
That's
good.
top 10.
Bro, with some red pepper flakes in that bitch.
Yeah,
too.
exactly. And I'm new to the spicy
See,
marinara.
bro,
'cause
I'm
I
not-
love marinara.
This is so hard because I love I don't know. Food.
I think it takes some getting used to giving an answer like this, but at a certain
go.
point, you kind of have to like just let yourself be loose and not get married to your answer.
Yeah.
And if something comes to mind, you just kind of throw it out there. Like,
I know for like chicken wings, whenever I go to like B-dubs, I get the what's that Asian?
Teriyaki?
No, it's not teriyaki.
spicy Asian.
It's some Asian. Yeah, I don't know, but that sauce slaps. I could have that on there. I could do like a tangy barbecue, and then trying to think because I've had some crazy sauces out there.
There's like spicy Asian zing or whatever they call what you're talking about. A lot of different things.
Yeah,
What is that?
This
It
is
just
what
slaps.
made me think of the favorite sauce question. It is the Hot Ones classic hot sauce.
Oh, there you go. See, you gotta throw
This
something
is
hot
on
in there,
my
too.
top
Branded.
three
Yeah.
for sure because, and they're not a sponsor, but they could be.
Scheuneman.
This sauce, now I like heat. I really do. And by the way, we'll get into this amazing album that you and project that you just put out, and
Doing my thing.
momentarily, I just had to get through the noodles.
Of course.
So, yeah, this sauce is really fucking good because I wouldn't even say it's really spicy, but it has so much flavor in it and just the tiniest bite, and you can put it on fucking anything, bro. Like last night, for example, I used it on my leftover Chipotle, and
He's gonna take a dub
dude,
of
it's
it.
so good. Let's get a taste test, a live Matt Demon taste test. I'm not scared. You can put your little thingy on there. Ain't that shit zingy?
Zingy.
I will say, I typically like my sauce to be a bit thicker than that one is, but for the purpose that it is, I'm okay with it being that, like, liquidy, I guess. Because you just you drench whatever you're eating with that, and it'll spice it up.
You know what today just kills the flavor.
Yeah, dude. But
Whatever you're eating, fuck that. You have this. Now.
you have
well, it's much worse with the stuff I used to do. What I used to do when I first started getting in the hot sauce, I was like feeling big baller, and I would get like the spiciest hot sauces I could find. Like the final sauce that they have on Hot Ones, I got a sauce even hotter than that called Apollo, which is the newest hottest pepper ever created by the same fucking maniac that does them all. Smoking Ed Curry or whatever his name is.
Smoking Dot Curry. Doesn't he have a YouTube channel or something?
Yeah, he has a lot of shit. Like, dude,
That was tight.
he's, if you don't know Marquise or viewer, he is responsible for making quite possibly every pepper that you can think of in recent history. Like
He's the ghost pepper guy.
the ghost pepper, Carolina Reaper,
That's right.
the Apollo pepper, just all, and he just
wild.
he farms the fuck out of them. I watched an episode of Dirty Jobs with him on, and they went to his farm, and I learned a lot about him. First of all, he used to be like a hardcore drug addict, and he switched out his drug addiction with like spice addiction. And apparently that's like really known in that community. Like, it's very common for drug addicts to go from, oh, I fucking love heroin to, oh, dude, have you tried this new Fresno pepper? Like, apparently it's just very common, like, because it activates that receptor in your brain where you just kind of get hooked on the spice of it. It kind of like just takes you out of your body for a second. So his whole staff, like, I would say 75% of them are like recovering drug addicts.
Fuck yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And
it's
so he
cool.
has this like huge fucking pepper. I was gonna say something bad. A pepper farm, and he's just he kills it, and he, I believe, is involved with this sauce as well. So anyway, what I was saying, I used to put, like, I would make a sandwich and I would try to make spicy mayo, but I would use the Apollo sauce and just fucking torch myself with it. And if you're talking about losing flavor, that's how you do that. So this sauce is a definite improvement there, because I can just throw that on stuff and you don't lose the flavor. It actually just enhances it.
Good. Like
It's well rounded. From the little thumb I did of it, bro, that shit's pretty well rounded. Now, me personally, like, I used to eat habaneros with cream cheese in them because I'm a crazy person.
Sounds nice.
So I really like me and spice. hand in hand, bro. That's my shit.
No, I'm gonna go crazy with it.
I'm with it.
You
Dude.
get like you a nice ham or turkey or however you like your meat. There's chicken, whatever, sandwich with some chips on
It would be
there.
funny if you just kept listing roast beef,
Capicola, salami,
bologna.
turkey.
You get that, your nice cheese you like on there. You know, you got your pepper jack, cheddar, mozzarella.
Swear to God, dude.
All the
you get
cheeses.
your,
But
you get your chips and some of that sauce, and you got a
Pumpernickel
booming
bread, wheat
sandwich,
bread,
bro.
you pretty
You're
much get
fucking-
68
and you're
ingredients
going.
and then this sauce and you're banging.
That's
Yeah,
a sandwich.
you're good.
But what do you guys get at Chipotle? Like, what's the protein you guys get?
I used to do double meat chicken chorizo, but that
Double
was back
meat,
when I worked
yeah,
there,
chicken.
right?
Double
That was
meat,
forever
chicken,
ago.
chorizo.
I've had all like the carne asada or whatever, and then
Dude,
Now I just do chicken.
OG
steak.
carne asada when it first
Yeah,
came
when it
on the
first
market
came- oh,
was
bro.
so much better than it is now. It's still good, but I remember when it first dropped, they were making that shit so good at any Chipotle location you went to.
yeah.
Because Chipotle is infamous for if you go to a certain location, you'll get fucked. If you go to another location, they're whipping out the best burritos you can eat.
Oh, literally, yeah. Morris, I'm getting fucked. The one right next to where I work at, phenomenal.
Yeah,
Phenomenal. They're
but do you know what I mean? Like, you could go to a Chipotle that just consistently puts out dog shit. And, like, they don't know how to cook the meats. But anyway,
Really, bro.
this carne asada that they have out now this year, it just seems to, like, commonly be, like, either overcooked or tough or just
Yeah,
not,
being tough is the common.
not as high quality of a cut of meat that they used to use. But I typically get steak, and a cheat code for those listening and you guys, you can get double meat for the same price if you just say half of this and half of that. Now, you have to compromise and get two meats that way, but if you do, like say, just for example, if you get steak and carne asada, half and half, they're going to inevitably, accidentally give you double meat.
That is typically what happens, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
There's
because
some people that are
I've
kind of
seen a
shitty
way.
about it, but
yeah.
Because most people aren't going to just be like really careful and give you a really skimpy scoop of each. They're gonna just be like, okay,
I
one
was a
scoop
good
of this,
employee.
one scoop of this, and then you're like, oh, double meat.
right.
But so I'm sorry, you get steak or chicken and
I used to do chicken and chorizo, but now I just do double chicken because the chorizo's been gone for fucking years because no one but me liked it, apparently.
huh? What do you get, Marquise?
I kind of mix it up. Sometimes I switch from bowl to burrito. I get like steak and chicken, double meat always, and the carne.
Always double meat?
Always double meat.
God damn! All right.
Protein.
That's a risky. I mean, I like it, but at the same time, like we said, if they fuck up the meat with the cooking, or it's like too chewy, or you get a bad batch, there you're
That's
risking
why you
it,
stick
because
with the
then
steak
you're
and the chicken.
you get double meat. Your shit's filled with that horrible meat or good meat.
I've noticed the chicken is always booming. Like the
No
steak
one's
can
really
be.
fucking up
Yeah, it's harder to take an L with
the
the
rice.
chicken.
The rice is fucked up 9 times out of 10 from like specific locations. That's what I usually run into is hard fucking rice. Yeah.
Well, yeah, dude. Actually, can you answer this question for me? Because I don't usually eat brown rice and anything else except for when I get the Chipotle.
I'm a white rice.
And I used to be white rice, and then I transitioned to brown rice.
Right.
But here's the thing: since I only get it at Chipotle, I don't know if this is just a Chipotle thing or if this is all brown rice. But like, is brown rice known for having kind of like hard bits every now and then, or is that not supposed to happen?
It's not supposed to be. Rice is never supposed to be hard unless it's uncooked.
Yeah, and I'm not saying like it's all hard or there's big hard pieces, but it just feels like brown rice is a little like more commonly.
That
like,
should dry out faster.
couple. Yeah, I guess. But I usually get steak, or I always get steak. Sometimes I'll get carne asada, but recently I was really craving Chipotle, and I went in there and they didn't have steak, but I didn't want to turn back. I was like, I still want Chipotle. So
Already cooking it.
Chipotle sounds so fucking good now.
yeah,
God
dude,
damn.
we're gonna all be wanting it by the end of this. But so I go in there and they're like, yeah, we don't have steak, but we have all the other meats. And so I'm like, okay, what am I gonna get? And I had never had the barbacoa, it's called.
Yeah, the beef, the shredded beef.
I don't think I've had that either.
Yes, it's kind of like pulled pork, is it not?
It's like, so the pulled pork is
Really
the carnitas.
similar. Oh,
The barbacoa is shredded beef.
okay, yeah. So I got the barbacoa mixed with chicken,
Nice.
and that was my first time doing that. And I didn't hate it. It was pretty good.
Barbacoa is usually pretty okay. A little dry sometimes though.
And I threw this shit on there to wet it up, and it was good.
See, boom.
But anyway, you recently put out a crazy
I
project.
sure did.
And I want to get into the information behind it because this is unlike any of the projects you've put out before. They've all been fire, but this one, I think it's pretty obvious the difference here.
Not to suck my own dick off rip or anything.
Go ahead.
No one's done what I just did in the past like 15 to 20 years in Columbus, if we're going to be honest, from a historical standpoint.
I can't think of anybody.
There isn't. There is not, right? So the project is called Hear My Prayers. It is available on all streaming services where you have access to the internet: YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, Pandora, everything that exists and has music. You can find me on it.
I don't want to be a
somehow.
dick really quick, but I know what you're about to say, and I just want to say the sense because I think it sums it up pretty good. Bro literally just randomly gathered up a fuck ton of OGs in the game. Just a fuck ton of lyricists and like classic hip hop rappers.
Names you definitely
And just
heard before.
Literally was like, oh, did you think that I couldn't do such a thing? Or did you think I can't put fucking Nate Dogg on a fucking album before working with
You thought
any
wrong.
other like top tier artist? Like
And I'm not signed.
you've literally just like accumulated these crazy features.
Not only that, he produced
A lot of the shit, exactly. Yeah, dude. Fucking so yeah. The project features very proudly presenting fucking Inspect a Deck of the Wu-Tang Clan, CeeLo Green of CeeLo fucking Green, Nate
fucking
Dogg
insane.
of Nate Dogg,
Fucking insane.
R.I.P. The Nate Dogg one, just so I can go into a brief tangent. The Conway the Machine's also on there. I fucking love Griselda. I'm really happy about that one too. But with Nate Dogg being dead, I cannot stress how thankful I am to everyone involved, his estate, the people that helped me set up the shit to begin with, for that to even happen. Like, that has been the biggest record on the project, and like, I can't. I'm so thankful. Truly, I'm so
wild.
thankful. I've been doing this shit for almost a decade of my life, right at 24, and there have been mad times where I've sat back and been like, this may not be working out. Like, maybe I should stop. It's taking a toll on my mental health. I'm not living a life. Like, this is all I'm doing. And then all of a sudden, I worked out a deal with 90% of the Wu-Tang fucking clan.
This has got to be quite the opposite feeling.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
now you're like, holy shit, this is like
Now, if I stop now, I'm slow. If I stop now, I'm
Well, it
stupid.
makes you push harder now.
you seriously like
Can't stop now.
No, you got to keep going.
you're not even far off from like achieving major goals that I'm sure you've had for yourself for a while.
For years.
It's
Literally.
just-
I'm knocking on doors of getting shit done that will like literally change my fucking life.
Yeah, dude. I mean, already you're seeing that the numbers are way up from on this project from previous projects. And I mean, you already have done like really good numbers, but this one is just it's crazy. I mean, you came out the gate with crazy features, and
For sure.
I'm sure it's got to feel great to just shock the fucking shock the city with that because, like you said, I can think of anybody who's achieved such
That's
a
why I
thing.
was sitting there
Columbus.
thinking.
It's me, bro. It's literally it is me against myself right now in Columbus, to be completely honest. I'm not worried about shit.
I just love the fact that it wasn't just like you getting like you actually went all out and did a lot of work, like in a sense of like producing and everything. That
Exactly.
like,
Producing the beats, doing the
Yeah,
engineer
no-
work, making it perfect.
Not only are you writing your own lyrics, producing your own tracks, but then you're like getting these features, and then
yeah, getting the features.
I'm sure
setting it all
like
up.
you're in charge of your own shit because you're unsigned.
I'm
so-
a one-man band, bro. My team is me.
Yeah, literally. So if you're not comfortable with like talking about any of this stuff, feel free not to. But I am curious if you want to talk at all about it on the pod because you've talked to me about it. But like, what is like? Do you feel comfortable sharing any of the story behind like how you managed to get some of these hard hitting features, or
Well-
like just for example, how you managed to get fucking Nate Dogg on a song?
So, okay. I'll go over. Admittedly, there are bits I can't necessarily disclose publicly due to the fact that I am in a very rare circumstance right now.
Yes, understood.
However, the way the Wu-Tang thing kind of happened is fucking one of my guys was in the green room when they were here not very long ago with Nas. And he was already going to have some of them, like, get some verses his way for a beat tape he was going to put out on his own little shit. But
So a producer buddy.
exactly, and me and bro been fucking with each other back and forth for like a grip now. Buddies, like good ass fucking people. And I'm mad thankful. Shout out my man, and he just set up the whole shit behind closed doors. Got a hold of me with the opportunity. He was like, "Hey, I lined this up. I know you love them. Like it's the Wu-Tang Clan. You shouldn't say no to this."
Why would
And-
you?
and
I
I-
can't
Yeah,
imagine why anybody would.
Exactly, and I didn't say no, and so as a result, like.
Actually, I said yes right then and there.
Exactly. Like, I literally did. Like I was like, yes, like do it. Move forward right now. Send me paperwork. Send me the contract. Send me the everything. Let's fucking go right now.
Yeah.
And we did that.
So we can edit this out if you don't want me to like saying this, but I think this part is interesting because you're talking about how this producer buddy kind of hooked you up with like some of the Wu-Tang Clan,
Yeah.
and I just think it's wild how like a little backstory. You had known this guy for a while, and you guys have gone back and forth, like kind of working with each other, bouncing things off of each other.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, you kind of scratched his back, and he was owing you a back scratch for a minute. And then like he had been trying to get it done, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Bro, I got you. Here is what I've been meaning to do for you for a while." Yeah. And then he just kind of like hooked you up with these fucking crazy features.
Well, so it's
Or
kind
put
of
you in the room with him.
it's kind of like a vested interest over time thing on my man's end, right? I am not spending $30,000 a feature. I am not spending tens of thousands of dollars for anybody. All of the features I have in right now, I have in for free. I have not spent a
they
dime.
just heard your shit and liked it.
Exactly. These things are being acquired on my behalf by a network of people that I have associated with for a while. Now, it's gotten me in direct conversation with said people to still get these things done, cleared out, all that good shit. But it is definitely like almost an angel investor type situation to be as honest as possible. Like,
Now, was there any part of you when this was like when you were sitting on these tracks that was like almost like this is too good to be true? Like something's gonna happen where it's just gonna fall through, or these songs are gonna get pulled, or something. And
when the Wu-Tang thing worked out, I called my mother and I cried.
yeah,
We were on the phone for 20 minutes, and the first like 6 or 7 of that was me like being unable to speak because I was damn near hysteric
Yeah.
in the best way possible. In the most like I've never been a religious person, right? I mean, fuck, my name's Matt Demon, right? But it's been real hard recently to not feel like there's some kind of guiding hand at play with my shit because everything that could work out is working out. I got a song, this ain't even out yet. I got a song with DMX.
yeah, it was
DMX,
wild,
bro. That's insane.
The bar
That's
has
insane.
been set high now for you to like that's what I think is so cool
can't
about
fuck
this
up
is
now.
that you've literally like just passed, like you've been putting the work in, don't get me wrong, but like you've like passed so many phases that a lot of people have to get through to get these like artists like working with you.
We just there.
And then like not only are they like big artists, but it's not like you're not really like you're a fan of these people.
Exactly. I fucking love all of these people. I'm not just getting random bullshit in from people. I love everybody I work with.
Yeah, so like it's just crazy because some like people usually don't get that until like super late in their career, and now like you've already achieved working with like some of your like some of your top artists that you love to listen to. You're just in your own time, and so now it's like the only way you can go like above that is, I mean, obviously you can work with artists that are just like fucking doing crazy numbers, but also like to get above this, you'd practically have to work with like your number one favorite artist because you've gotten
it's
all
where
of those,
I'm at
like,
right now, and then Kanye.
10 spots type shit.
Yeah, like I have my current network that I can easily reach out to right now, which the apex of that is Wayne.
Okay.
I don't have the Wayne song yet, but like I'm gonna work on a song with Wayne in the not so distant future.
What's the likelihood of that happening?
Yeah.
Pretty fucking high. If I'm gonna
Jesus
be honest
Christ,
with you.
dude.
Pretty fucking high.
Wow.
Like,
So yeah, this is and so you're sitting on quite a few. I mean, you have a lot of your own songs in your library, I'm sure, that you haven't released, and then also you're sitting on quite a few features that aren't on this project.
A lot.
Do you feel comfortable talking about like just a rough estimate of how many features that are wild that you haven't put out yet?
So I could do what I just did last Friday for the next 3 years and be okay.
So
At least once a year.
And how many features are on this one again?
So I mean, including Bambi, right? 5.
That's kind of what you're referring to, right? Like by doing what you've just did is like you mean pretty much putting out projects that have multiple features on them that like names
Exactly.
and you could do that for a while. Yeah. So
You've heard the song with me and Royce to 5'9". I'm still polishing that up.
yeah, dude, that's
Eminem's
just
best friend.
still insane to me, like that, because it's just so cool to me to even hear about it or even get like sneak peeks on the song, because I mean, you know how much of a fan I've been of Eminem for like a long time, and they're like best fucking buds.
We all look like this. We all love Eminem.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't even care about the fucking, the cliche of it. It just happens to be like when I first started getting into rap, like my brother like showed me Eminem, and I was like, dude, I fucking love this music. And I mean, I was like 12, and so
Young as shit, yeah.
I've been listening to him for so long, so I really don't care like how it's just like, oh, you like Eminem, well, of course you do. It's like, yeah, I love a lot of other artists as well, but that's like that's one of the rappers I've been listening to for the longest.
Oh yeah, dude.
And it's just crazy. You're working with like his brother in arms. Like,
literally, I'm knocking on the door of working with Eminem,
half
Hove,
of Bad Meets
Kanye.
Evil you were working with. Like,
Literally.
it's insane.
Literally, a third of Griselda, half of Bad Meets Evil, 90% of the Wu-Tang Clan. I'm like might do some shit with one of the guys from Mobb Deep here soon. I have one of the guys from Hell to Skelta. I've got fuck me, dude. Fuck me. A lot. I've got a lot of shit.
Can you what song do you think you're, unless you've just now released it with this most recent project, what song do you think you're most excited to put out there?
Oh, that is impossible to answer without someone getting mad, right? I mean, I already said.
Well, even back to the who.
I already said.
I hope they listen to it to get mad. You know what I mean?
I already said DMX, so I feel like I'm gonna stick with DMX. Like when that shit comes out, I
feel like
cannot
anybody's got to
wait.
understand that.
Yeah, like bro, I want to drop the DMX record, bro. It's gonna be fucking crazy. It's me and DMX. Like that's fucking. You probably don't know who the fuck I am, and I have a song with DMX. That's amazing. That's insane.
It's wild, bro.
You should know who I am.
Because I would think that like even big names would probably struggle to get approved to work with DMX.
Hey man, I love Denzel Curry. I love Ski Mask the Slump God. I love everybody that came out of South Florida. That's my favorite wave of hip hop I think ever. I love everybody at ASAP, all the modern New York shit. Too. I love all that shit. I have gotten features in on this one little tape, little old me, right? Little old fucking Matt Demon. Nobody know who the fuck I am. Everybody know ASAP Rocky. Yeah. That set of features specifically, very hard to ascertain, very hard to get.
Yeah,
it's the Wu-Tang Clan Griselda on the same record with CeeLo Green and Nate Dogg.
Because it would also
That's a crazy combo. That wouldn't happen.
DMX
Most people wouldn't do that.
DMX and Wu-Tang, I would imagine, are probably pretty particular about who they want to work with and like who they want to put their name around. Because
again, very thankful.
Like we said before, like you're working with like lyricists and MCs, and so these people are very particular about like who they work with, because they don't want to work with like some mumble rapper or some person that they think doesn't have it.
Yeah.
So
I'm a rapper's rapper.
And even people who do have it or have something, still like they might not match up with their vibe or their type of music, so they might get the boot as well. So it's got to be a huge stamp of approval for you to like hear that these people are like, yeah, fuck it, well, like hell yeah, we'll work with you.
Finally getting some love from the game feels amazing.
So like I said before, like you said, like these features kind of came about through them hearing your work and liking it and being like, oh yeah, I'll give him a feature. Oh yeah, you can put my verse on one of his songs.
It's easy, not to cut you out, but it's easier to get tapped in with the old dudes than the new dudes. I want to put that out there for everybody. It's way easier to get tapped in with the OGs than it is with the new cats.
And I want to touch on that for a second in a second, but like what what were they hearing? Was it more of like some of your production or more of your songs? Like, did they hear like a verse or song of yours or a beat of yours?
If they're hearing the songs, they're hearing the production as well. 9 times out of 10, at least.
Yeah.
Right. So fucking as far as what I'm aware of, Cycles, my last album, is a lot of what was shown to them. Like my song with Niles off that. They heard me.
Because I thought at least one of these features, literally, they just heard one of your beats and they were like, all right, bet. Or they wanted to like rap on one of your beats or something, wasn't it?
No, that was the thing with fucking the whole Wu-Tang thing initially, is they were already gonna fuck with Bro, rap on some of his beats, but I ended up getting to make full songs with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Over
And they
Bronze
went through
Nazareth
with it.
beats.
That's cool though.
Yeah, and everything like went through and was totally fine. Contracts got signed. Everything is totally above board.
No, just
Very legal.
I'm
Very
just
legal.
personally curious, like how big, like, and once again with any of this that we can edit it out, but how big is this producer that's hooking you up with these artists? Because like I would imagine if he's around them, he would have to be somewhat big.
He's yeah. Yes.
So he's a name of himself as well, or okay. But then again, like unfortunately, like producers tend to kind of be. I mean, some of them do it by choice, but producers tend to be more behind the scenes.
I would say his
rappers
name.
themselves.
I can't, but even if I did, you both would be like, "Who the fuck is that?" But Bro is
I think,
instrumental.
I mean, I don't. Once again, we can bleep this, but and I don't know if he would mind even this, but like on a phone call between just the two of us, I think you told me who he was. I can't remember. But I remember hearing a name and being like, yeah, I don't know who that is.
Right, yeah. I mean, I probably did, but we also like work out business paperwork stuff behind the scenes, so it would make sense for you to be aware of an agreement I'm setting forward.
Yes.
So just
Are you talking about me and you?
don't sue me. Yes.
Yeah.
yes, that did come up.
Yeah, because we've got a couple of plans ourselves in the works. We're gonna be talking about soon.
Oh, I can't talk about it now.
Oh, I mean, you can talk about whatever you'd like as far as stuff that me and you were working out. But I just the only said we'll be talking about it soon is because we're meeting up with Colin to really like hatch out some of the details. But
the paperwork's gonna get worked out and what have you. You know what I mean? All that I'm sure is gonna be fucking not a problem. But ideally here soon, right? I'll be fucking repping the brand, bro. Ideally, you know.
pretty much like a solid representative of the brand, and
Brand
you know, I'm blanking on the term for what it would be.
Brand ambassador.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, and I think we also want to have you on more frequently on the show, just because of how naturally the episodes flow. It's always a good time. They always do good numbers,
good time.
and yeah, so that's just a couple of those little things, and then there's one of them that I think you should be able to guess, and understandably, we'll probably keep behind the scenes. That is pretty exciting for us.
Okay, yeah. We'll leave that.
Yeah, but that's it's because it's gonna be cool.
Absolutely. It'll be a little moment for sure.
And it's also pretty cool because like I remember when you first worked with like Lil B. And even that was crazy to me. And
Brandon.
And
shout out B.
Bro, you know he's on Lyrical Lemonade's album?
I know, bro. There's a song with like him, Denzel Curry. Also, I know I said Denzel Curry earlier. I love Denzel Curry, bro. If I could work with anybody right now,
There's so many.
it's literally like in order: Kanye, Denzel Curry, Eminem. Like I've loved Denzel Curry since like pre-Water Bottle Flip song. I've been a huge fan of Zell for a long time. Get me in the booth.
I don't want to sound like a
booth,
dick.
bro.
With all due respect to everybody involved, but quite frankly, I was just shocked to hear that Lil B was going to be on a Lyrical Lemonade album because of like.
He gonna curse you.
Well, I don't know if he just was kind of a dick by doing this and he did it on purpose or what, but like the reason I'm so shocked to hear that he's on this Lyrical Lemonade album is because I heard the verse that he gave you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm me, bro. Did you hear him on Thundercat's album though? He did great. It's just the issue.
That's the other thing is
I wasn't
being
dick
honest.
at that
I do
time.
not listen to like a lot of Lil B. I've heard some of his music.
I don't either, but Thundercat won a Grammy for that album, which let me be like, I got a song with the guy that won a Grammy.
I say that because I'm talking about like, oh, I didn't think you'd be on this album because of this and that. But then again, I haven't listened to any of his most recent work other than that. So, like, for all I know, he could be consistently putting out, you know, crazy verses or crazy songs. But I just heard that one, and it just wasn't one of them.
How do I put this? So, you said you didn't listen to a lot of his music. I'm trying to figure out how to put this, right? He is not a...
He's something different.
He is something very different, and you cannot listen to the music and take it overly seriously.
No.
You have to listen to it from the standpoint I mean, he dropped an over 100 song tape a couple years ago, or album a couple years ago, I think.
He's not just a rapper, from
He's
what I
not.
understand.
Lil-
He's kinda
Lil B
just
does a lot,
A
dude, yeah.
mix of things.
For sure. He fucking the reason why the verse he gave me, and when he asked me if it was okay, or his manager did, and I said fuck it, because I mean I was like, this was during lockdown, COVID. He's famous. We set the whole thing up over fucking, at the time, Twitter.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's just I gave him X amount of $100, and then I got a Lil B feature, and he phoned it in, which makes a lot of sense because at the time I was nothing.
Who knows? Maybe he did that as like a hookup to you, so you could be like, I body Little B on a song. Like, I don't know.
It was helpful, right? Because people know Lil B, they hear the song and they're like, "Oh, bro, you sound pretty fucking good."
Yeah, it just kind of puts you up on like a higher pedestal than him, I suppose.
Thank you, Lil B. You know, I
Yeah.
thank
Thank
you.
you for recording a drunk verse.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Lil B.
But
I do appreciate that shit. Like everybody that has worked with me, you know, whether I've like known them personally for a decade or they're like a real like legitimate famous person, it's been so nice, and everyone's been so easy to work with. Like it truly has been delightful.
Yeah.
I've done nothing but hear all this negative shit about the music industry and yada yada, and shit is evil. And maybe I'm just not at that level yet. And let's be honest, I'm probably just not.
well, a
right.
lot
But
of
Say that.
it's been so cool so far.
I could even say that for us too, because we go through all sorts of like different like people who do different things. It's not just music or just
we're
doing
bumping
art.
shoulders with all kinds of people.
Right.
Yeah, so it's cool because it's been a smooth ride and we've been having great times.
Yeah, for the most part, people have been cool. And, like,
Yeah.
a couple things. I think, like what you were saying, I think a lot of the evilness in the music industry you start dealing with when it comes to, like, like record labels and, signing deals. I think there's some evilness going on there.
And I do want to deal. I do want to sign to a label, but I'm not signing bullshit.
Yeah, it's got to be right. And that's
yeah.
where the evil comes in. When they give you a bullshit deal and you make the mistake of signing it, and then you start to see how much they will fuck you over if they can. And then also,
Besides that one time with that sidekick that didn't want to show up or whatever they are. Well, what was it that we were supposed to have?
there have been a couple dickheads that we've had to deal with, or just like shitty things being said. I'm trying to remember what you're thinking.
I just
of.
thought it'd be really the reader.
Oh yeah, that shit was annoying. I mean, whatever. We were supposed to have this psychic on. I reached out, and I mean, the whole episode was kind of gonna be a joke anyway.
That would have been cool though.
I was gonna be respectful, but like at the end of the day, we're having a psychic on because it's kind of like funny and ridiculous in my opinion.
I would have a
But
real ass conversation with the
I
psychic.
would too,
No,
but
exactly.
the thing
That's-
is, we reached out to her and we were like, hey, like we started to schedule stuff. Like we had worked out some dates, and then like a week or no, I think it was even a couple days before she was supposed to show up. She was like, oh, I listened to some of your stuff and I don't think it's the right platform for me. And it's like, okay,
But
whatever.
in that case, like you have to deal with all types of people. Like there's got to be all kinds of different people.
This
dealing with
is-
that.
We're both in industries that are known to be really shitty. So, but what I was gonna say is, I think on a certain level, you're not gonna deal with a lot of shittiness as long as you're not being shitty yourself.
Yeah.
But
Like,
you're always gonna.
know?
I'm sure you've dealt with a little bit of this. Like you're always gonna run into people who
88 Rising scammed me. Yeah, for sure.
either on a
Even,
bad day they just treat you like shit, or they're disrespectful, or they're just shitty people themselves. And those people, luckily for now, have been few and far between. Not only did she cancel with giving us like very little heads up, like we had planned that to be the release of that week. So when she did it that way, it fucks us over because now we're like, okay, now what's the episode going to be?
Yeah.
And then also, because we were preparing, and then also it pisses me off because who knows what episode she watched. And I mean, maybe this is our bad, but our episodes are very eclectic. And when I say that, I mean like we may have a guest on where we have a very legitimate and like grown up conversation or interview. And like, yeah, we get goofy sometimes in those, but for the most part, those episodes will be like, I'm sure what she would consider her platform. If she heard one of those, she probably wouldn't feel that way. But then every now and then, like, yeah, screw you, I like to be me, and we'll have an episode with just Marquise and I where we just fuck around and like joke around about shit,
Talk
where
whatever,
I
you
think
know?
she may have listened to one of those or something really early, and that's probably what got her to be like, oh, I shouldn't be on this platform. But yeah, I mean, we're just being us and doing our thing, trying to do the right thing, and my goal is to one day have her and others regret shit like that. So yeah. And I mean, she doesn't know. It's just annoying. Don't get me started on the psychics, but we'll have a better psychic on one day.
Yeah, we need to find at least something like that in that range. That'd be so crazy to have on. Especially, I don't like what. I don't know. Is that like a common thing to do on a podcast? You know, is have it like a sidekick on?
I mean, it's less common.
I think it would still be really cool if there's a way where that could be worked out.
Yeah,
And there's plenty of them out there.
Well, fair enough.
I think we need a therapist on hand right here too. No, just
We've had one. Oh, on hand, like every episode.
yeah.
Whenever we
There
have,
we go.
like,
That's what I'll do. I'll just be in the corner. Are you okay?
yeah, we have scuffles or disagreements, and the therapist weighs in. We have like a relationship counselor.
It's okay, guys. It's okay. We'll get through the podcast. You just take a breather.
water. I'll
Need
get you
some
some
water.
water.
Yeah.
I was gonna say we
Nice.
technically had a therapist on as a guest.
No, I'm just playing.
I've
but
just been to therapy a lot, but I'm not a therapist.
Dude, I've been in and out of therapy since I was like 10.
It's healthy. Therapy is healthy. It has such a negative stigma. People think it's bullshit.
Does it still?
People are still like, I have a lot.
Julian
yes,
is one of
yes. A lot of people I know are like, fucking, oh, but just talk to somebody, bro, or I'm just here for you, yada yada yada. No, bro, it is you're talking to a professional. They went to school for this. They know fucking head stuff. You're gonna sit down and talk with somebody who can properly break down to you why what you're thinking about is
right or
like
wrong,
where,
and-
where,
I always
where you're
wondered,
running
though.
into issues with how you're coming about thinking about what you're thinking about.
I know.
Very helpful.
I always wonder though, like I know they've gone to school and stuff like that, but you're only human, and shit does trigger your mind and your brain and get you thinking. Now, when you're talking to someone and they've been through similar shit that's bad or something, do they feel in that sense of the same, relation, and then like feel, like change their mind or
Trauma
feel
bonds are
different?
real, right? Trauma bonds are real for sure.
Yeah.
And you can definitely find like discourse and relatability with somebody within that.
I think that sometimes, like, therapists have to kind of try and separate themselves from, like, their client.
I don't know, just
But at
thinking
the
about
same-
that job and it's like what their profession is and what they do. It's like, do they feel, going
It's
through
got to
the same
weigh
shit?
heavy on you.
Yeah, that's
sure.
I mean,
for
like
sure,
I
yeah,
said,
like-
my mom is a therapist or a counselor or whatever she wants to call herself, and she will tell me about certain people she's talked to, and it can fuck you up for a while. And I mean, part of the profession is being able to like continue on and not let it like affect how you deal with your next client or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I've heard stories. She told me this one time about this. She was counseling this train conductor who was, driving a train, however you say it, conducting a train, and he was like the guy at the front. And this guy had walked onto the tracks and planned to kill himself via train, and succeeded. And this guy was like had to witness all of that, and that's a shitty situation to be in, because think about it, like he sees the guy for like a while before like the collision happens.
Yeah.
So like part of him is like going to counseling, I'm sure, because he feels somewhat responsible. But you have to remind yourself and also get help to be reminded that like it takes a long time to stop a train. Like there's not really much you could have done to save that guy's life. But anyway, that story affected her, and then there was and I hope that this is okay for me to be saying. I mean, I don't know any names of these people, but like
don't.
she mentioned this one time where like this mom was going to counseling because she came home and found her daughter like dead on the doorstep.
Oh my god!
And what had happened was she had gotten herself locked out of the house, broke a window to unlock the door. And as she was reaching in, she severed an artery and died on the front steps.
Oh my god!
And so like she has to like, and talking with people like that, like she's a mom as well. So that pain can sometimes kind of rub off. But like therapy can be really helpful, because not only are you talking to someone that can help you through the situations you're trying to get through and kind of help you like plan out not only a life path, but how to deal with different situations and get through them emotionally. But also there's something where like even talking to somebody that's not a professional, if you talk to somebody about like how you're doing or your life or whatever it is for an hour, like inevitably you're going to feel somewhat lighter and a little bit better after that conversation. And that's like a big thing of therapy that people don't really realize, like because they also have to let that happen. And
You have to want to get fucking better.
yeah, it's very important because when I was younger, I went to therapy and it was a completely different experience than when I was like last year when I was in therapy.
Exactly.
It's way different. And if you want to improve and you want to make the most out of going to therapy, you can really help yourself with it.
Didn't you do some funny shit when you were younger, but like talk about drugs in a sense or something like that to your therapist?
There was
that was funny.
when I was younger and didn't want to go to therapy, I would fuck with them and just pretty much tell them fucked up stories the whole time, and it was just pointless because I was just trying to get through an hour. But I can't think of any specific funny stories with it, but I do know it used to piss me off because no shade to my mom, like we love her and she's a great lady, we're closer now, but back in the day we were butting heads, and I would go to therapy and she's a therapist and she would hook me up with these therapists, and I was a minor at the time, so like I would get the sense or find out that she practically was like hearing. She would know what I talked about in my sessions.
They were telling her.
And
Okay.
that really fucking pissed me off.
Oh yeah, that would.
That's really a HIPAA violation.
Yeah, so I mean, and just for
But I'm-
protection of my mom, that's the therapist that's talking to me. That's their fuck up.
Speaking of your mom, I remember when she blamed me because you like walked or ran or away or something like that. And
yeah, there was one time I ran away.
oh, dude,
I wouldn't
thought she
even call it
hated
running
me for
away.
I thought she
just
hated me for so long.
She
after
was
that.
pissed off about the situation in general, and
But we're cool.
I wasn't even running away. I was just like leaving, and they didn't want me to leave.
Yeah.
And like I was just trying to hang with friends, but they pretty much considered it running away. So I was like getting my stuff from the house, and as I was leaving, she pulled in, and all she sees is like Marquise waiting outside, and I'm inside grabbing my stuff. We kind of argue for a second as I'm heading out the door, and then she like, and I think she just said this because
I
she was
stayed and
stressed.
talked to her.
She was stressed out in the moment, and I don't think she was thinking 100% clear, but when she thought that you as my friend should be like being some like mature grown up and like talking me out of doing whatever it is she thought I was doing, and so she was like, Marquise, what the fuck, you're supposed to be helping me out. It's like, no, that's not how it works. Like we're friends here. I don't think he's gonna be like, no, don't come over to hang out, like just because your mom isn't a fan of it. But
not only that, I'd be like, bro, you probably needs a breather, at least, give you some time, get away, and then come back home or something.
That time was funny because I remember that night I slept at your house, and I think we didn't want your parents knowing I was there, and your mom came into your room in the morning before school, and I was literally like laying in a weird way, like bent like L shape, like on your bed with my feet on the floor and like my back on your bed, and your mom walked in and talked to you and didn't even see me there, like because I think it was like low light or something. She didn't even notice I was there.
Yeah,
but
she would just open the door and be like, hey, get up for bed.
I see you looking at time. Do you wanna let's do you want to promote or talk about any more, like one more subject before you head out, or let anybody know what they gotta know? I'm sure you'll be back on soon.
Yeah, I always wish we had more time. Fucking so soon to be brand ambassador. We're gonna work that out. Y'all are gonna see me more frequently, probably.
More frequent guest appearances and stuff.
Fucking
do a photo shoot soon.
Go stream Hear My Prayers, please. I've never worked harder on anything more in my life. It's the biggest shit I've ever done. It's beautiful. I love it. Please go stream that on every platform fucking known to man. Watch more Scheuneman Show and watch more Scheuneman Show.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for watching. This has been Matt Damon and fucking these guys. Take
His
it easy.
first help out as a brand ambassador. But thanks for including us in your shout out. Yeah, no, Hear My Prayers is a crazy high quality album, and you should definitely check that project out. Go give it a listen and tell your rapper fan friends. Make sure you check out.
Fucking share it too.
Yeah, share it.
that shit.
Just like you should share this
as well.
this podcast and this brand We have a new collection that we put our heart and souls into, the Stone Collection. There's a beautiful and emotional story behind all of that inspired the collection. You can read about that on our website, scheunemanbrand.com.
And you won't be disappointed. And if you are,
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Go
if
to
you are, you aren't. But yeah, we went crazy hard with this collection, and there's a lot of pieces for all kinds of styles. So if one thing doesn't match your style, I'm sure something else will.
Back to Matt saying not to suck his own cock or anything. I don't want to be like that either.
Well,
but
now
the
it's
only
not him sucking his own cock. It's now going to be you
me,
sucking.
yeah.
your
So
cock.
I don't want to. Yeah, exactly. You get. Thank you. You helped me out with that.
Fellatio.
Yeah, but. The only thing with the first drop, and that was the first drop, was honestly the sizes. That was like the only main thing.
It's an issue we worked out,
and that's worked out this time, and it's even better material than the first. So like
it's also more eclectic designs. It's
design.
definitely got
There's
better,
so much more.
a better
Shit is
formulated theme.
Buy it.
And every person who buys it is always super happy with it. And, I mean, we're super proud of this collection. So check it out, and it's for a cause. And a portion of the proceeds actually go to charity. So, yeah, check it out, please.
Check out Stone Folt's collection as well. Definitely do
You mean the Stone Folt's Foundation?
Or Foundation, I said collection.
So, yeah,
the
collection,
foundation.
the collection is technically a collaboration with the I'm Stone Folt's Foundation. And part of the proceeds go to that foundation. And yeah, so I am Scheunemanbrand.com for that collection and our foundation collection. Like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast. Let us know.
Comment.
Let us know what your favorite pasta noodle or pasta sauce is. I don't know.
Some questions in there. We could have them on the pod.
Yeah, if you put some questions in the comments.
What's your favorite song off the project? You know?
Yeah. Let us know what your favorite song and feature of the project is. All that good stuff. And I think that's everything, guys. So
be it.
Have a good one. Love
Thanks for
you.
coming on, Matt.
Ciao.
Ciao.